Moments ago, Fitch placed the United States AAA credit rating on a negative watch list. This is a significant development. They have not yet downgraded the U.S.'s AAA credit rating, as S&P did in 2011 during this last government shutdown crisis. But Fitch is now saying that because of what's going on, the U.S. now has a rating watch negative. That's a technical term. Hasn't yet downgraded from AAA, but this will no doubt put enormous political pressure on members of Congress to go ahead and make a deal, extend the nation's debt ceiling, get the government fully operational. Let's discuss what's going on with our chief political analyst, Gloria Borger, and our CNN political commentator, Ryan Lizzo, the Washington correspondent for the New Yorker magazine. Gloria, this is a big deal. Moody's hasn't done it yet. There are three major financial rating services, S&P, Fitch, and Moody's. Moody's hasn't done anything yet. S&P did downgrade the U.S. the last time. Now Fitch is warning that unless the Congress and the president get their act together quickly, there could be a downgrading of the U.S. AAA rating, which would have enormous financial ramifications for almost everyone watching this broadcast right now.
Exactly. And one can only hope, Wolf, that this puts some pressure on people in Congress to come up with some kind of a deal that they can all swallow. And they better do it pretty quickly. I mean, time is of the essence. House Republicans are in a situation where they can't figure out whether they've got the votes. The Senate is on hold, waiting for the House Republicans to act. And in the meantime, the global financial community is watching all of this and saying not that the United States can't pay its debt, but that it actually might be refusing to pay its debt. And so we have this news from Fitch, and I'm sure it's reverberating up on. I'm sure it is up in the Capitol.
And what people have to appreciate, Ryan, I know you do, is that if they downgrade the U.S.'s AAA credit rating, that means higher interest rates. The U.S. is going to. That means people out there are going to have higher interest rates for their cars, if they take a loan out for a car, for their mortgages, for so much else. Businesses are going to have higher interest rates. That will trickle down to higher costs for people. It could have a real negative effect on the U.S. economy, economic growth, job creation.
Look, it's like anyone's credit rating. Like when we apply for a loan or a mortgage, you have a credit rating, and that tells the bank, is this person trustworthy to pay their bills? And these rating agencies are saying, we're not confident anymore that the United States is as trustworthy as it used to be to pay its bills. Now think about the implications of that. That is insane. If you remember in 2011 when S&P did this, they said two things. They said, one, we're not so sure they've got the long-term structural deficit under control. But more importantly, they said, the political system in the United States just can't handle these problems anymore. And we're not confident that the U.S. political system can ensure that they won't go into default. And look, they were right, because we're on the precipice of it right now.
It's a good thing they did this, and they always do this after the markets closed at 4 p.m. Eastern. The markets were already down today on the gloomy news coming out of Washington, but if they would have done this even earlier, there would have been a significant collapse. What a lot of investors, I'm sure, are hoping right now, between now and the reopening of the markets tomorrow morning, there's good news coming out of Washington.
But I think as we sit here, John Boehner House Speaker John Boehner is discovering that he has less control over his caucus than he ever thought he had. Rediscovering. He's got a decision to make right now about what he's willing to do in terms of this debt ceiling. I mean, this is a huge issue. He's got to decide whether his speakership is actually worth this.
And frankly, the plan in the House right now, I mean, it's a plan to take away health benefits from congressional staffers and members. I mean, we're on the precipice of a default, and they're debating whether their staff should have health benefits. It's insane.
All right.
The whole thing's